Hey guys, how are you? Welcome in, Frontier Tarot. Ooh, there she is, the star. Oh, I feel so much better because I was like, shit is crazy. So this feels really, really nice. It's just to like trust all of this that's happening. There's like a big, it's just a big flushing is the feeling I'm getting, like a big flush, right, of Earth and the planet and people. I mean, always so much more going on than what they tell you, what you're hearing. The big picture is so incredible, and so I just keep feeling the sense of safety and protection. I know times are crazy and not everyone's feeling like that. I certainly don't feel completely like, grounded, but that's kind of the point. There's just a big ascension going on. So I feel like for many of us, it's like up and down. It's like you get somewhere and then you go back and then you're up. It's just a little bit of this like transitional. It's kind of like that metaphor of birds, when they catch an airstream, and they can just. I remember the first time I came to California, and I was driving from LA up to Santa Barbara, and I was like driving like through and like the birds. I'm like, the birds don't even have to flap their wings here, like they just kind of sail, And I remember noticing that, and it felt so good to see birds that didn't have to work so hard. They just caught that airstream or whatever was going on, and they could just kind of coat, they could fly. So that's really the guidance, right? And when you go, and I don't even understand like weather patterns and stuff like that, so this is not technical, but from what I understand, it's like they can go up to another airstream, but before they can catch that other airstream, they're kind of like a little wobbly, and you can see that even, I'm sure, with airplanes and things like that, like the turbulence, right, that goes from one airstream to another, right? So it feels like we're kind of in this sort of weird turbulent moment where we just have to keep like trusting and having faith. Yeah, some of you guys, it's good just to assess. This has been coming through a lot in my private sessions, and in it came through in my class the other day too, where it was like, just assess. Like now you don't have to like look at your life and just sort of look at all of the little areas, look at, everything. That's what this full moon lunar eclipse is really helping us with right now. Even though it's not necessarily fun, it's illuminating all the different aspects of your life. So wherever there's something that's been hidden, guess what? It's coming out, right? So a lot of our insecurities are coming out. I've definitely felt that, with myself and with my, a couple friends, like things are being illuminated that need to just be let go of and released, right? So I feel like the guidance is like, we don't have to make major moves right now, especially because Mercury is in retrograde. We want to assess. So all I want you guys to work on right now, and not even work on, but it's work. The Seven of Pentacles is all about pausing. See, he's grown all of these pentacles, right? So this is someone who's been maybe working at a job for a really long time, or been raising a family for a really long time, or building friend groups and doing all the work you've been doing, right? Pentacles are about work, right? So, and money, things of that nature. What have you been growing? What are your resources? And he's pausing, to take a look and assess what he's grown. And, there's that one pentacle beneath him, right? That's just like, that's it. It's like, it's an interesting card because it's like, well, did that one fall off? Or is it something that he's always going to have with him? So that's what we're assessing right now, right? It's look at your life, look at what you've done, your accomplishments, your friends, your family, your business, whatever it is that you have going on. And just have a good, honest look at things, and assess. It's great because you've got this big full moon that's just like gives you all that illumination. So for those of you who are doing, and it's not easy. Some of you guys are doing freaking, forensic accounting and digging into things. Yeah, like the Lovers is here. Wow. This is very karmic. A lot of you guys are dealing with a karmic, sorry, I'm all over the place, a karmic connection. So this could be emotional, as well. Like, so issues around connection, around appreciation, love, attraction, rejection, like these are all hot topic items, right? Ding, ding, ding. So assessing where you are in your relationships, in your connections, what are you attached to? The Lovers is obviously romantic, but it's also about making choices. And it's also, for me, it's like, well, what are you bonding to? What are you attaching to? Like maybe we don't attach, maybe we bond, attaching feels so like old, like even I'm getting so much of the language starting to really elevate. Any of you guys who are involved in projects where new light language is being, kind of translated a little more easily, things like telepathy, things, all of this stuff is so like we're already there, and the rest of the world, is just like sometimes needs to catch up, right? We're just advanced, man. You're just way advanced. But the Lovers, what's so beautiful about this energy, it's the integration of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Okay. So you could be totally flying solo in your life and the Lover shows up to say, you have met that other side of you. This is so profound and beautiful. And I feel this so personally and just collectively as well. It's like you meeting yourself. This is a very, very like proud moment for those that have been doing this work and being self-aware and taking accountability and really putting yourself out there in vulnerable ways, right? And it feels like, I don't know, there's just this release that's going to happen. If it's starting to happen, it's just all this stuff has to come up to release. So if you guys are like, I don't feel release at all, I feel all this pent up stuff, well, that's just let it up and out, right? Beautiful. Speak your truth. The Queen of Swords is telling you to talk about it, speak about it, be clear in your communication as much as you can. This is really, wow. This is really interesting. Some of you guys, specifically you're in a connection and you need to talk about it. You need to be clear. Some of you guys, you're going to be ending. Queen of Swords lets go of things. And this is a time to end, right? Lunar eclipses, like full moons, that's all completion. So specifically for one or two of you guys, you're going to have a clear conversation, a very direct, straightforward conversation about a connection, a marriage, a relationship, a love thing, It's powerful, right? So the more you can be honest with yourself, the more clear you can be, the better. So some of you guys are either cutting off for good a karmic situation, because it has a little tinge of that. You've got the tree of life with the serpent over here, right? So there's a lot going on here. This is a very layered, complex connection, right? So like it's, you could take that however it resonates, but with this Queen of Swords stepping in, it's like you're getting clarity around that. And I also would just allow the opportunity for you to get clear with yourself about how you feel about yourself. Most importantly, how do I feel about myself right now? If you could ask that question all to yourself as much as possible, I think that's a brilliant place to be. How do I feel about myself right now? Get clear on that. That's not easy to do. How do I feel about myself? It's like, who am I? It's like in the Breakfast Club. It's like, write an essay on yourself. Totally. And he's got the pen in his mouth. He's like, shit, see, the phone's going off. Hold on. I can't take the call. See, the phone lines are lighting up. I can't wait to do like a live show. I think that would be really fun. So get clear on that. It's a great time to get clear. The full moons, I mean, nothing's going to be hidden. It's all coming out. So like, just let it out, like this morning, the first download I got were like drawers, like pulling out drawers and like everything's just coming out of the drawers and you have to go in and, when you move out or you get a new piece of furniture or get rid of an old piece of furniture, there's like always like dust in the corner or like some weird like paper clip or something. You're like getting in there, like get in there. Like I did that when I was like, when I was pregnant, like nesting, right? It's like, it's a really good human thing to do right now, quite frankly, to help this energy because it's all purification. It's all letting go. It's all clearing out. So if you can really get in the corners of yourself right now, freaking brilliant. And it's in Virgo, this whole thing. So Virgo is great for that. The details, the nuances, like all that stuff, like Virgo energy. I love Virgo energy. So I think it's a great opportunity for you to get very like into those nuances, those layers, those complexities. It's a really good, rich place to be. And you just got to clean out a little bit of stuff that got like caught up in the corner. So it depends on where you are. You know, some of you guys are cutting off like a major thing and you're like, I'm done, you know, and others are just clearing out like some last little bits of things that have been kind of trapped. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting right now. It's what's going on. It's a lot of trapped energy that's coming out. So however it's playing out in your life, you know, like, oh, I thought I was over that, or, oh, this is happening, you know, again, or like all of these things that might be repeating themselves, or just you thought you were over them. That's all good. It's all good. We just got to let it out. Great time to, with the communication card here, to talk about things, to have heart-to-heart conversations. Excellent time for that. You know, even though Mercury is in retrograde, like you're ready. You're ready to have like these kind of grown-up conversations. This is really, really cool. I think for some of you guys, it's going to feel really good to finally get that thing figured out. You know, this is kind of like a figure out time, right? Where you're like, oh yeah, like if I just go in there a little bit, we just make some adjustments and then it's done. Like this is a great time to fine tune. It's a great time for those of you guys who are married and happy and loving amazing connections, like really good, whether it's with lovers or partners or friends or just really good, like healthy bonds, like loving, divinely guided, you know, these are divinely guided connections. Like have those conversations, like speak up, like allow that to kind of be known. Wow. This is really beautiful. This is like one of those readings where it's like you just 2 cards is like says enough. I'm going to pull some more, but I just feel like, you know, go deeper into the experience and then come up and see what you have to say. You have to feel into it first. The Queen of Swords she's not the most feeling energy, you know, so, you know, kind of as another, you know, option here, you could be someone who kind of embodies the Queen of Swords in general. This is someone who's super intelligent, not very emotional, but very smart, very direct, very straightforward, you know, very like justice and truth and like all of these things. Like there could be something interesting that develops from your connection with them. Wow. Okay, anyways, that was like a little curveball. It's like a lot of those going on. A lot of those, like little curveballs, right? I mean, even before I sat down, I was like, I just saw this image of like you're on the road and like this kind of detour. I was like, oh, I'm being kind of pulled off the main road right now. Like I kind of pull over here, you know, and they're like, don't worry, it's temporary. Like, you know, you just like, if you're feeling a little detoured from like your everyday thing, that's totally fine. Like let yourself detour. It's allowing yourself to detour a little bit that helps you get back on the road. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you just force it and keep going, the tire's going to blow or the thing's going to blow up or whatever. It's like, you feel like, oh, something's not quite right. I need to pull over. Pull the fuck over. Okay. Like, I'm just telling you now, like listen to your body. Your body is your vehicle, literally. Right. I mean, it's kind of a good metaphor. Like if you're feeling tired and you're feeling worn out, like rest, relax, you know, like we got to learn how to better operate these bodies because they're just freaking going apeshit right now, right? So a lot of you guys might be having things come up, like if you've had acne when you were a kid, all of a sudden you have acne, you know, things will be resurfacing. That's totally normal, okay? It's not always fun, but don't make it mean too much. They're saying, especially with the Queen of Swords, if any of you guys have been having just a lot going on in that sector, connections, deep connections, deep bonds with people, just know that like there's like things are clearing up, especially if it's been a little bit confusing. Okay. Oh my God. Holy shit. Yeah. It's balance. Okay. Balance. We need to find that balance here. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to let those just kind of sit because things are balancing out. Okay. So if any of you guys have been in like kind of a situation where there's maybe a power struggle or something like that, you know, like maybe you have a connection with someone, but the power struggle has been off. This is coming into balance now. This is really, really good. So I like this. I do. I'm going to set this kind of narrative aside because I feel like it's pulling me off. And I don't want to get like, you don't want to get too caught up in other people's stuff right now. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Absolutely. Like the feeling I felt when I was like doing yoga yesterday, and I felt like I was doing yoga inside the moon. It was actually really cool. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. You know, and I just felt like all that yellow energy around, and I felt so protected, and I could just kind of move my body however it felt, and there was no stress. It was kind of like almost womb-like. So that might be a really good meditation for you guys. There's birds circling like crazy right now. Anyways, you might want to kind of get into that. I mean, the moon is very feminine. It's beautiful, you know, it's very, it can be very sexual. It can be very provocative. It can be very like, turn on your light, you know, like, let's go. Like, it's very like, you know, it's good. It's nice. It's very like earthy in that way, right? And Virgo's earth energy. So I'm getting like, bring nature, you know, into things like, I don't know, just these pulls of the moon. And it feels kind of hot, you know, for lack of a better word. Dang, well, that's fun. Some of you guys who are with someone have like a great, like, I don't know, go take some mushrooms and go out into the woods or something. I don't know, something like kind of wild, you know, like it's kind of like, you know, the film about the Doors, and that scene where Jim Morrison's running around that loft with that woman and they're all high on coke and, you know, like kind of like very primal. That's nice. I like that energy. It makes me want to pull an animal card. So getting into that kind of animalistic nature, anything, even animal prints for those of you guys who are into design and fashion, all that, like that's feeling really good. Anything that has that kind of natural aesthetic to it feels really, really nice. Like I'm thinking about that leopard coat that like Carolyn Bessette wore all the time. And, you know, that like things like that, you know, she's going crazy. She's like, it's like the second coming of Carolyn Bessette. That's great. I love it. Like Virgo's good like that. It's good. Like get into, for those of you guys who have a lot of disposable income, like really freaking go for it. Like freaking book like the luxury suite. Like go hard on luxury right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, you know, I'm telling myself that it's like, there's got to be like some more like love and to ourselves, right? Like we have to keep ourselves filled up. And so where do you feel that you're doing that? You know, for some of you, it's just time and rest. It doesn't cost a thing. You know, for others of you, it's a vacation around the world, right? What is your thing? This is a really, really good time for self-awareness, like to the max, right? And Virgo's, it's a kind of particular, you know, like I love I have this thing with Virgo men. I don't know what it is, but I've had like 3, you know, in my life that I've been very drawn to and very connected to in that way. Like deep, right? It's so nice. It's so nice. I love that energy so much. I'm so grateful for it, right? Some of these connections aren't always, they're not really of this world, right? So you have to kind of allow for things to just be a little bit more like, I don't know. I just do get this new sense of possibility, especially with all this clearing going on. I really want you guys to focus, on success, on where things are going. I'm telling you, like, this is like this year started off with a bang. You know, we got the fire horse thing, and then now we've got this whole full moon. Like, it's just a lot of start and stop. You know, a lot of pullovers, a lot of pivoting, a lot of like, oh, my thing broke down. I got to go. You know, it's just kind of a lot of that. That's that turbulence right now. This is temporary. And you can either look at it. It's like, you know, the angels are like, okay, little kid, like we're just like these humans down here. We're like so clueless, you know? It's not our fault, right? Like we're blowing. I mean, it's not easy to be human, okay? And like, we're very, very, like, we're so precious to that which is bigger than us. And I think that's been one of the things in my life that I feel so grateful for, is just at least I feel that, at least I feel that, yeah, that truth, that sense of like divine protection and guidance. And that's why I do this, because it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of happier there. I'm happier being less human, quite frankly. But while we're here, we enjoy the things of the earth, right? We go into the forest. We have things that are pure gold, like all this alchemy going on right now is like really, for those of you who love the physical world, like, oh man, you go through your things and get rid of anything that does not feel like the best of the best, right? This is stuff that's fake. This is stuff that's phony. This is stuff that's broken. Get the fuck rid of it, okay? Like, clear out space for just like the good things, the treasures, right? Surrounding yourself with these treasures right now feels really, really, really good. And those good things can't come in if everything's all jammed up with like a bunch of old shit. So use this time to clean out the cupboards, all of them, the energetic cupboards, the spiritual cupboards. You're like, I'm cleaning out all of them. The physical ones, the mental ones, especially. That's a big one. Clear out that mental cupboard. I mean, man, that's very like, that's kind of like the, if you get up there and you can get in the top shelf. Some of you guys are like, yeah, I'm up there in the brain, like just getting the cobwebs out, fucking great. I think it's cool. I think you guys are like, I think a lot of us, myself included, we're just ripe for this new energy. We're like the student in front of the class, like raising her hand, like me, like get into that energy, like be curious. Like we know nothing. Imagine that you know nothing. Imagine that you just showed up here. This is a great, great kind of way to get present, is you just showed up here. There's no past, there's no future. Boom. And you just arrived. Like, here you are. No past, no future. Like you've got a little bit of amnesia going on. And what's going on? Like you're just kind of look at, like that feels like such a good, like kind of not an exercise, but a good like present moment awareness opportunity. And the more we can do that, the energy, it responds, because we're coming things from a more friendly standpoint. When we do that, like I feel like so much of our energy is so defensive and reactionary, and we wake up and all of a sudden we're on guard and overstimulated and all of these things. And if we could sort of come off of that a little bit and relax, and kind of try to be in that moment of just like kind of like, wow, like where am I? Like that's better. I think that's better than plugging into whatever's available. It's like let the energy open up, right? I love that. Like that's a great thing to try and do when you're walking. Like for those of you who are just like, I'm used to running on a treadmill in a gym with music on it. That's great. Like I love doing that shit too. But they're saying for some of you, take the music off, take the headphones off, get out into nature and walk, quietly without all the noise. And work on that exercise of like, I just showed up here. There's no past, there's no future. And just be like, and if you're in a beautiful place, like the forest or by the ocean, it's so helpful, because that's what creates that balance. That Six of Pentacles, that's a balance. Then you're kind of like co-creating. Then you're embodying an energy that's just like, it's kind of like, oh my God, I'm getting these images of like the astronauts in the 60s with the helmets and they're landing on the moon and they're like, where, it feels a little bit like that. Like imagine that this is the moon. Wow, man, this is trippy. Like we're like this is like the moon, right? And if you could feel into that energy of like, you're just kind of in this new space, this new atmosphere, these new surroundings, that feels pretty cool, actually. I like that. And there's all those crazy conspiracy theories, right? About the moon isn't really real and it's just an observation deck. And I don't know. We'll see. It's all coming out, man. So like, buckle up as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think we just have to kind of give Earth like I don't know, kick back, like have some popcorn, take it all in. Like, I think many of us, we've worked so hard. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is like staring at me in the face going like, you've already created it. Like, you've already done your thing. You've already worked like she's the queen. You figured it out. You figured out what works for you, where you want to be, who you are. It's great. So now maybe just kind of kick back a little. Easier said than done, but miracles is here. That's nice. Yeah, get on a boat, sail, like go have an adventure. Simple things, y'all. Simple things. It really is like that. And I just feel better, you know, even just having that come through about like showing up here, no past, no future. It calms my energy down. Like, I can actually feel the benefit of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope sometimes when we're talking, you know, on this platform, like, I want the energy, and I know I get really amped up and I just get really excited about all this stuff, but like, I'm feeling like a very quiet, calm, like, oh, that felt really good to get to that sense of space and truth, and then embodying that, you know, and feeling into that energy of miracles. I mean, it's actually really kind of amazing, because it really is fucking miracle if you think about it, you know. And then you go back and you think about, oh, it's like this sperm and this egg came together and here you are. I mean, it's freaking kind of wild, isn't it? That we're like, all of a sudden, here we are, you know, like, just popped up as a human in this lifetime. Like, it's kind of amazing. So they're like, yeah, enjoy the ride, right? Like, I never really understood that before. And I've been like, doing this shit for a while, you know. I've been on the spiritual path, seeker, you know, like, I swear. And they're all like, Earth is fun. It's just here to have games and have fun. And I'm like, to play. And I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm here to play. I'm like, I have been like freaking building like this whole, like, my world around me, you know. For those of you guys who've built a world around you, ding, 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 and you haven't just like walked the line, you know, fucking man, like, shit's gonna change. Like, now things can finally happen, I feel like. But back to that point about playing, it's like, yeah, now, like, it's almost like some of us have that mission, you know. It's like, once that's done, then I can play, and that's fine. Some of us, you know, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter, but they are saying you can get up off your throne and take a walk, right? So some of us need to learn how to appreciate what they've created, learn how to appreciate and enjoy. If there's one word that sums up today's message, it's enjoy. Because that feels better. That feels better to me than play. Like, play's like, I want to be happy. I want to play. It's like it's too childish for me, you know? So, like, I like enjoy, like, enjoy, right? That's kind of cool. The word joy and then N, like, you know, it's like the French, right? Enjoy, like, I like that. I can ride that boat. I can ride that. I think we should do that. Doesn't that make sense? Enjoy. Just enjoy. Like, that's way better for me than like, play, be happy, you know? It's like, what? I don't know. I mean, not to say that I haven't had fun. That's not been the majority of my experience, is just, you know, some people it has, and that's great, right? So, but I think for anyone who's resonating with this message, it's been about your own self-development. And I love people like this who have built their fucking life. They did it. Like, they've created their life. This is what it's all about. And these are the people that I love the most. Like, because they are my people. They are the ones that built their kingdom around them. Not in a narcissistic ego fucking, no. It's just that whatever reason they showed up and they didn't really fit into however, what family or what location or world or timeline or whatever the fuck. And so they were brave enough and courageous enough to consider their own opportunity, their own path, their own journey, you know, and they didn't just accept everything, and they didn't just sell out, you know. These are people who have, you know, it's the road less traveled, you know, and that's actually the first book I read. I remember reading that. I still have a copy of it. It's the same copy. I mean, I was like 19, I think. It was back before any, like, this was so early on. And I mean, that book is like underlined and dog-eared. And I love that book so much because it kind of gave me like this sort of roadmap for things. And I really appreciate, these are people who are, entrepreneurs. These are people who it doesn't even matter. Like, you can work for a company, that's fine. But like, these are people who have done things their own way and they've created their life. They're not sitting here blaming other people. That's how you know. You know how you know if you're this queen? It's because you ain't blaming anybody else. You're not complaining about your ex. You're not talking about your mom. You're not doing all the things, like, This is someone who's like matured enough to understand that they take full responsibility for their life. Period. End of story. And this is why it's been such a long journey, because we had to go back and change all those narratives and reframe all that stuff and let go of all the pain and the struggle. And, it hasn't been easy, right? I mean, shit, that's hard. I always thought, I'm like, I wish I could be that girl that just stayed in Michigan and married an accountant, and, like ironed his Dockers every day and wore a Christmas sweater. Like, there's no fucking way. I just wouldn't have. It wouldn't have worked. I can't breathe that kind of air. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but at least for me, in my experience, I had to like really kind of do it my own way, and still to this day. And I'm really proud of that, quite frankly. And I rarely say shit like that, but it's good for those of you who know that you've really worked with integrity. This is someone who understands integrity. And I was very fortunate enough to have a father, there you go, a King of Pentacles, and, a family that was very into that, and it was just part of it. And I love that. And I love that about where I'm from too. A lot of Midwestern, there's just this, I don't know, it's just a very grounded, very like down to earth. This is someone, and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, down to earth. I love that. Like, those are your people, okay? And these people are very accomplished. Believe me, you can be down to earth and rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You can be both. That's the thing. She's woman's wealthy. She's the queen of goddamn pentacles. She's got everything. It's great, but she's down to earth. So for some of you guys who are kind of working on these kinds of things right now, being humble, being down to earth, and it doesn't mean you're hiding in a corner. Doesn't mean you're a wallflower. Absolutely not. It means that you're grounded in who you are. You're authentic. You're genuine, as much as you can be. And that creates abundance. That creates its own reward, they're saying. Being genuine creates its own reward, but it also creates a ripple effect where other people can therefore then be themselves. And it's a beautiful, beautiful way to live. And I think this full moon, the peace card, I saw the peace card and the full moon. So the full moon, it's about peace. I felt like that for sure. I was like, wow, this is the best thing to do right now is just to find peace. Even if you're running around like crazy, like carve out some time to just slow the fuck down. Go sit yourself, and like if you could go to like a hot spring or some kind of natural water source, that would be really good. Or if you just, take a bath in Epsom salts, like soak in some water, allow this sort of energy to pull out of you, it's like a detoxifying energy. So we can do that. Doesn't mean that you have to like clean up your diet and do all the things. Like all that shit is going away, by the way. Just any of you guys FYI in the wellness industry, which a lot of us are, like we're going through a massive upgrade. So the shit that's coming in is really exciting, because now it's not about all the things they tell you to do on Instagram and lose 10 pounds and do the thing. That is so not what it's about. Okay. Like all of that will happen when we understand energy, right? And I think that's like the master class of that feels really good, right? And it is peace. We're here to like, I don't know. That's actually a really good question, because it's not a very peaceful place here on this planet, right? Yeah, that's one to like, a little homework there. But the love card is saying the peace and love are somehow connected. I'm like, I don't get this. This is like too advanced for me. I'm like, sorry. And that's the cool thing about this stuff. And that's why I teach tarot and intuition. It's because there's always more to know. There's always more to understand. There's always more to be revealed. Like it's a never ending like treasure trove of wisdom and experience. It's so great. It's like, it's so not boring, you know what I mean? Because it keeps growing, it keeps opening up. I mean, I'm teaching this now, and I'm learning more things. Like it's just always more learning, and I think so many of us, one of the main reasons why we're here is to learn, right? I mean, we really did a good job of giving ourselves an opportunity to do that, right? That's why they say Earth is like a school and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. All those things, fine, but learning is a big part of it, and I think what connects us, at least the people that really, I think, love each other, you know, and are really good for each other, are people that like both love learning, you know, to some degree. They love growth, and they want to just learn and understand. And those are two people like that coming together feels really, really beautiful. Like, where can you learn together, right? Yeah, okay, that's too much. Like, I don't feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, all the couple stuff and all that is great, but I don't know. I feel like for me, it's more exciting to be a little bit more open to creating, like, yeah, create your own world. And then, you know, you've got the king and queen right next to each other. That's no joke, right? So you have the lovers and the king and queen of pentacles. So I cannot deny the fact that some people are coming together in really powerful ways, right? Couples, partnerships, all of that. Okay. Like that's amazing. Like, I just think that a lot of people tend to look for answers in others, you know, in like a partner, you know, everyone so wants to know about their boyfriend or their husband or it's like, I think part of us just have to stop worrying so much about what's happening with someone else. It actually is a loving thing to do, you know, because they're not going to define you. You've done it yourself, right? Like you need someone who's their own person. You're your own person and they're their own person. There's a lot of Virgo energy going on here too, which is really cool. So some of you guys are going to be coming into connection with someone who totally gets it. And it is like, boom. It's like two peas in a goddamn pod. It's freaking great. This is exciting. Actually, now I just got a little bit excited because I'm like, oh, now you've got this person over here and this person over here coming together, and their worlds are coming together and they're creating even more. So it's a really good time to be open to partnerships, to building things, to creating new worlds. Men, women coming together. I mean, it has like a traditional kind of feel to it too. So this could be a very traditional relationship that develops based on two people who have accomplished a lot in their lives. These are two very accomplished people. Whether they have material success or not, they will, you know, most likely, but it's because they've done it through their own cultivation. You know, this is not a trust fund kid, right? This is someone who've earned their money. This is not someone who just, you know, I don't know, opens up a drawer and they've got access to, you know, all their husband's credit cards. Like, no. This is not that's not this person that we're talking about. And you've earned your own, okay? Like, so for those of you who that resonates with, then this message is for you, okay? So be open to also meeting someone who's also done the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, you want someone who's equal, is my point. You want someone who's very equal, balanced. Again, the Six of Pentacles was here earlier. Look for balanced relationships right now. The lovers, these two, you know, power struggles are starting to really come into balance. Okay, I love that. That feels really good. I feel like yeah, that feels good. All right, done. Like that Queen of Swords is saying, like, don't complicate things right now. Do not. No, strip things away, remove things, get things out in the open. You know, like everything's up and above board. It's a great time to have heart-to-heart conversations about things, especially around money, especially around resources in the future. Like, this is really, really good energy. It's really, really good. It's just, not, some people are going to have an easier time than others right now because it's about how much work you've already done. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I'm going to pull from one more deck and then I'm going to let you go. I actually have an event today. If any of you guys, I don't know when this is going to post, but if it's Tuesday afternoon, I'm going to be over at Ground doing some readings there from 2 to 5. So in honor of this giant full moon total lunar eclipse, I'm going to be setting up shop over there and doing little like sessions for people. So come on by if you're in the area. I'm going to pull one more card here. Well, we'll see. One more deck at least. And then I will send off on today's experience. But I hope these messages are making sense for you guys. You know, I'm just sitting here by myself going like, is anybody out there? I think you're out there. And for those of you, you know, who want to reach out and book a session or just share with me in comments or whatnot, like please feel free to say hi, because I would love to hear from you. Oh, soulmate energy. This is great. So this is a really good time to really enjoy your good connections. Like if you have a bestie, or you know, even with animals, like Miles and I have been super bonded lately. Like he's like right there. I'm just like, oh, my little kitty cat. Like it's a really good time to bond with good people who are right at your level, who are very with you in that way on this journey. That feels really strong right now. So invest in healthy relationships, okay? Invest in healthy relationships. Truth be told, yeah, there's some stuff coming out. Oh boy. Some of you guys are just like, it's all rolled out. Like, man, shit is coming out. I mean, this could also be just like, I don't know. Stay tuned. I guess it's like a big reveal, a lot of truth being spoken, a lot coming out. Powerful time, but great time to do it. That's why they're like, if it's coming out, like let it all out. Like don't hold back right now. It's like you're just gonna have to wait, you know, and like do it all over again at the next full moon, total lunar, you know. It's like now's the time to speak up, like share, talk, speak. Try to do it, you know, clearly though. Like better to have those conversations when you're clearer. You don't like go run make problems where there aren't. If you're in a happy relationship, enjoy your happy relationship, okay? Like, don't go and make problems right now if there aren't any, right? Regeneration, so many of us are going through that. That's that kind of turbulence energy I was talking about. You're regenerating, you're reprogramming, right? You're probably getting all these new light, you know, all of these things that are going on. You're very sensitive to that. So let yourself open up to those things. And we do that by letting go of all the things that are in the way of those higher energetic components, you know? So just purge as much as you can. Let go, you know? I'm getting a lot of this volcanic energy too with this card. Some of you guys would be really good to go near like wherever that earthy element is, like Hawaii, places that have that kind of volcanic, like that feels really nice. Or like those, I don't know. Some of you guys just need to get into some kind of very earthy, earth-based program, or they're saying earth medicine, things of the earth. All of that copper feels really good right now. Minerals, like these kinds of things, like those mud baths. And some of you guys would be really great just to go luxuriate, enjoy, and get all of that good stuff going. But things that pull things out, maybe you're going to get a facial and like pulling out all the whatever, like things of that nature. That's an excellent thing to do, actually. It's just to go do those things that pull out toxins. Okay. Yeah, that feels like very good. That feels like getting in the corners of the drawer, right? It's just something simple like that, right? Go take a steam, go to like a steam room, you know, things of that nature. That feels really, a sauna and steam, you know, so maybe just going to the gym, going to the spa. Ooh, that sounds nice. Anyways, I digress. Buy the book. Okay, there you go. There's the Virgo energy. So it's like, it's very gonna be like that, you know? It's like you finally feel like, oh my God, I can go do this. And then boom, something shows up, a responsibility. You know, Virgos are good like that though. They're responsible. They don't fuck around, right? So like you're gonna have to do it right, you know? Like it might not be like, okay, well, it's all happening. Like finally this has been going on a lot lately. Like, oh, I can go do this. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, no, you can't. You got to like get this done, or you got to show up for this, or you got to have that responsibility or that obligation, that thing you said you were going to do. You got to go do it. So that's going to be kind of happening right now, right? So you might feel like you just got a chance to go do something and you're pulled back in. Just that's fine. Just like do the book thing. Like do the responsible thing first. Like I know that doesn't sound like fun, but you know, not a lot of people are swinging through the chandeliers right now, right? This is better just to be focused and really clear and really direct and very intentional. Okay, so it's like do this, then do that, and be present as much as you can. Like use that exercise I told you about, the showing up here, just no past, no future. Like let that is, you know, just do that. Like do one thing at a time. Like try not to overcomplicate things too much. I rather have you guys focus on doing one thing well. And I did get that message earlier. They're like, tell them it's like one thing well. Like do what you're doing, do it well, not like 50 million things going on. I'd rather you take time and work on doing a really good job on a particular thing, on a particular project, on a communication. Maybe some of you guys have an important email you need to send. Put some love into it. You know what I mean? Like write a couple drafts of it. Like I like that. There's like the 3 elephants. It's like do like a couple rounds before you do it. Maybe some of you guys are having a big communication opportunity and you want to work on that, you know? That feels really good, right? This is really strong energy. And elephants, as you know, I'm sure, about clearing paths. So wherever you can get clear on like clearing path, like you're clearing your own path, and then that helps other people like come forward as well. So know that what you're doing is actually helping other people, you know? So you've got this big elephant up front and it's like the elephants are following them. So whatever you guys are speaking out, whatever you're talking about, whatever you're doing in your life, whatever you're building and creating, it's creating opportunities for others to kind of come along as well. So maybe looking at that a little bit more in terms of like who, you know, not necessarily like followers or things like that, but like who's paying attention, you know, and who's on your team, right? And it's best to just do one thing well and then move on to the other thing and do that thing well. That's going to build more momentum than trying to be all things to all people, trying to do too many things. Like just pick a lane and just keep developing it. There's a lot of energy around developing, okay? Developing. I like that. Enjoy and develop. That feels really nice. I'm going to wrap it up here a little bit because I like this energy. And I want to end on kind of like on a nice positive feeling that I'm getting about enjoying and developing, kind of like, you know, like a Polaroid, right? Like, you know, just let it develop, like let your next chapter develop. Like you will be shown where you need to go, where you need to be. We just keep doing the thing that you're doing and keep loving it and keep honoring it. That's a good word. Honor it, enjoy it, and let it develop. All right? All right, y'all, I'm going to leave it there. I will be back again. You guys know where to find me. Instagram, you know, my website, frontiertarot.com. Say hello, reach out. I love you guys so much. Enjoy this moon. Enjoy it and let it develop. And I will see you guys again very soon. Okay, bye.